Hello everybody, this is the second time I'm doing this video, not because the original file broke or anything, but I was trying to essentially understand the Stoic concepts, and then I have them all printed out in a glossary of terms, and I was going one by one, and then I realized it would be helpful if I made a big logic Venn diagram, categorical logic Venn diagram, to see what ideas are within what other ideas. Like there's the cosmos, and then within the cosmos is anthropos, people. So understanding the Stoic terminology. But I was using AI, and I went from Claude to ChatGPT to Copilot to ChatGPT again, and I had it write up a list and then turn that list into a Venn diagram. But because lists don't allow for overlapping terms, it's either within a subcategory or outside of a subcategory. There's no overlapping circles. You can see they're all circles within circles, and there's no overlap. And that's not what I was looking for. And then some of the categories here don't make sense because I had ChatGPT write up the list, categorize it, like put them in sections, subs and subsections, and some of the subsections, like, I'm not sure if they make sense. Like anthropos is in physis, but eudaimonia is in telos, which is part of physis, but it doesn't show any overlap with anthropos, and eudaimonia is supposed to be an embodied state, so that didn't make sense. So I looked online, and then I found this, which is from I don't know where this is. Where is this from again? Here. This diagram, refresh, that we're looking at, the Stoicism mind map. This is from a website called Stoic Registry, I think. Yeah, it's from Stoic Registry. This is the website, the Stoic Registry /res/Stoic mind map. And here it is, and you can download it if you want. So this is what we're just going to look at real quick. It's not what I was looking for, which is the categorical logic overlapping spheres, but a mind map will do, because a mind map categorizes things as well, and each of these sections have overlap on their own. So this is going to be absolutely crazy. I'm going to print this out on a piece of paper if I can, because oh my gosh. This mind map of the Stoic system was created by Tob Obenauer in November 2020 and published on the Stoic Registry in June 2022. Legend. Details additional additional insights or notes. Special significance requires further investigation. Alright, so that's our thing. Alright, let's start from the top. Epictetus. Philosophy does not promise to secure anything external for humans, otherwise it would be admitting something that lies beyond its proper subject matter. For just as wood is the material of the carpenter, bronze that of the statuary, so each individual's life is the material of the art of living. Okay, philosophy equals art of living. In Stoicism, philosophy is an embodied thing. It's a way of doing things. So it's not just a field of life, which is why ethics and physics overlap in Stoicism. You can't see it on this diagram because they've had to split it, but there's an overlap. The overlap will appear within what is underneath the category of Stoic physics. If we go to, let's see, if we go to let's see, here, God, who pervades the entire cosmos, forms the cosmos into a harmonious whole and orders events in a providential manner. Chrysippus argues that fate and providence are the same thing. This providence aspect will overlap with the ethics of Stoicism a little bit. Cohesion hexus that holds stones together, the principle of life, nature, physis, soul, psyche, constitutes life. So this is part of the physics, and this inevitably bleeds into anthropology. Anthropos is the original term. The conscious life with rational judgment can intervene between receiving impressions and acting upon impulses. Oh, look, see there's a dotted line here, and that dotted line leads to this. Stoics will commit blank to preserve our souls and psyche logicae. This is, by the way, my conception of this is more like the Socrates situation. Socrates once wanted to be in a good state in his soul. He wanted to be good, and so he willingly did something that would lead to his death because it was virtuous in his mind. That's the Stoic conception of this here. So don't go thinking other things. It's not virtuous to just like leave if it's not a good idea. That's why Socrates was alive for his life. He didn't just... Okay, I'm sorry, this got very dark. Let's move on. Stoic ethics, branch that deals with moral principles built upon the physics and epistemology. Beginning, foundation, and basis of Stoic ethics is a doctrine founded in physics and the nature of living beings called oikesis. Difficult to translate, but similar meaning to orientation or appropriation. Oikesis, its etymology traces back to like relations to other people. I'm going to show you real quick. Oikesis etymology. Belonging. Oikos, household, family. Oikeos, belonging to one's household or one's own familiar. Oikeo, to make one's own, so that's like a verb, that's the verb form, the acting version. To bring to one's own sphere of belonging. Oikeosis, which is a noun, it's the process of making something one's own. It's like the making of one's, the making of the world into one's own, or something like that. It's that overlapping spheres of togetherness. English translations vary: appropriation, familiarization, affiliation, orientation. There's that one. For the Stoics, oikeosis begins with the animal's recognition that its own body and constitution belong to it. From there, the sphere of what is regarded as one's own expands. Goes from the self, then family, then friends, community, humanity a whole, and then ultimately the entire cosmos. And that's partly connected to the idea that just in the same way that the whole universe is rational within the Stoic framework, there is a part of us as humans that is also rational. I think it connects to those ideas. Orientation or appropriation. Naturalistic and physiological theory equals any being will choose what is good for self-preservation and avoid that which harms self-preservation. I think that overlaps with the Stoic conception of human nature. Stoics ascribe to good values. Stoics ascribe to good and bad values based on naturalistic and physiological theory of oikeiosis, whereas Platonism, which posits the existence of an absolute transcendent concept of the good, and to which all value ascriptions are be referred. If we consider I'm going to read this. This is very small. If we consider as humans that our need to protect ourselves is beyond protecting our physical bodies and includes protection of our souls and psyche logicae, then we are in the position that to preserve our soul, we may need to forfeit our bodies. As Epictetus states, it is not merely about living, but living well that matters. There are numerous examples of in antiquity where a Stoic and others chose to commit this. Remember, we're speaking technically. This is not what we understand nowadays. This is like sacrificing for a greater purpose and forfeit their bodies rather than give up their principles and psyche logica. Cato, Seneca, Socrates. See, prior to the Roman Stoics are all examples of making this choice. Alright, things that exist. Zeno. Epictetus categorizations of things. Up to us, not up to us. So this is like a this is the interpretation of the world in an ethical format. This is ethical interpretation. The word for this is what is it? See, okay, this is where my diagram is going to come in. This is called is it prolepsis? No, not prolepsis. That's a knowledge category. Diaresis. Right, that's the taking apart of things. This is Epictetus's thing, splitting it into things in our control and things not in our control. Things in our control, proheresis, prosoke. Not in our control. Proheresis is like evaluation of what's in our control and what's not in control. I think prosoke is a mindful attention to like our impressions, the thoughts that pop up in our mind. Not in our control. Proegmena, indifference, adiaphora, indifference. Proegmena, preferred indifference. Aproegmena, dispreferred indifference. Catesis is material possessions. Okay, so that's this here. This is diaresis, splitting of things into what's up to us and what's not up to us. Opinions, desires, actions. This is the proheresis part. Everything not up to us. Bodies, possessions, reputation. This is catesis. The source of human suffering is to value those things that aren't up to us. This stuff. And that's pathos. Suffering. 4 stages to ascent. See logic. This is this would be, let's see, Philosophia, I think. Procope, Procopton. No, not that. Let's see. I think that falls under proheresis. Perception of external state of affairs. So that's Fantasia. So let's find Fantasia here. Here. Prolepsis. Fantasia. So first the Fantasia, then hypolepsis, which is like it's another analysis term. Hypolepsis. I'm looking for H. Where is H? Hypolepsis. Taking up an opinion or assumption, conception, notion, or understanding. More often, Epictetus uses the term dogma. Hypolepsis, a taking up. taking up an opinion. Krisis is next, which is decision or value judgment as a result of assent, synkata thesis. See, where is synkata thesis in this diagram? It's supposed to be here. But ChatGPT messed it up, so I need to fix it. Krisis is a result of synkata thesis, so it's supposed to. There's supposed to be another ring here. That's not here. Where did it put synkata thesis? Logos? Is it here? No. Synkata thesis is where? I don't even see it. I don't even see it. Is it here? I don't know. See, it's not. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna leave this video here. If you want to look at this diagram, just go to this website. Oh, sorry. Go to this website and you can have a look. I'm gonna learn more about this in my spare time. If you watched this, maybe it was helpful, maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but if you have any thoughts, leave it in the comments. If you have any ways of fixing this, leave it in the comments. I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.